All right, welcome back. Are you familiar with the? I have Sowore on the screen. Are you familiar with the person called Dapo Aruwajoye?
Sounds familiar. I think it's from our.
Oh, yeah, of course, right. It's definitely from Owo. But I'm trying to see if I can pull up a picture. Apparently, it was a newscaster at some point, I think. But then he worked with the Arakuni at one point.
Okay.
You know, he's also a contemporary. He might be slightly
Your own,
older than me.
your
Yeah.
own contemporary. Do you know him in person?
No, we don't know each other in person, but I know of him. I don't know if you know of me, but we grew up all in the same area. There was
Yeah, I
one
know the
Mrs.
Aruwajoyes. I know the Aruwajoyes in our. And
So
yeah.
he's the son. He's the son of the Mrs. Aruwajoye that we went to church together
Oh,
in
okay,
my
okay.
teenage years.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
but he was we're connected on Facebook. I'm not sure if he knows of who I am though, but I know who he is because he was my seniors, if you will. So now I wanted to talk about this because you actually, funny enough, you made mention of something similar to this, that some people have some interesting things to say about those of us that take interest in these conversations from the overseas. For
Oh, yeah.
those of you that are wondering what we're talking about, that's Dapo on the screen right there. But he had some interesting words to say to Sowore, because I'm connected to Omoyele Sowore on Facebook as well, and I'm gonna read them to you, and I want to know your take on this conversation, and then
And of course, you know that the Showores, to some extent, are like very close to the Abitoguns back home in Nigeria. Whether you're talking of Allen or Omole Yele Showore himself, who is my own good friend and
right.
colleague. You know.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so we have Sowore coming back to the stage. So Dapo Aruwajoye to Sowore: stop throwing stones into NEPA from America. All right, so that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to read some of the comments to you, and I want to know what you feel about this, because I feel like that's stray bullet for us too.
Oh
so
yeah. Yeah.
Sowore posted about a day ago. Say Akure is now on board Monday, August 5th at NEPA roundabout Akure, time 7 a.m. Hashtag end bad governance now. And then Dakbo went into the comments there, and then he said, "You did America, they throw stones for NEPA. It makes sense. Who does that?" Okay. So now
Mhm.
some Victor now said, Dakbo, Sowore isn't a coward, and you know that. He always done a solo thing with or without support. And then he fired back. He said, coward or not, he should not instigate peaceful people to anarchy. And then another person called BC said, Mugu is calling the Victor that was supporting Sowore Mugu. Mugu shall come out. He will use you and your likes to grant from Amnesty International and Co. Have you ever sit and think of what Sowore is doing for a living, and yet is living large? Anytime he's in Lagos, he stayed in Radisson Blue Hotel. I think that's where it was picked up the last time, 5 years ago, when they locked him up for about 5 years. But anyway, let's keep going. Then another person tagged Dapo Aruwajoye, said, "What did your president said? What did your president said in a critical situation like this?
Is
No."
that the guys? Is that the guy's English or?
That's the person in English, so I'm just reading verbatim. Yeah, sorry.
Please.
So and I
Yeah, yeah.
quote, and I quote, and I quote.
Yeah, we try to dodge the bullet.
Yeah. And I quote, "What did your president said in a critical situation like this? No hope, no future. May is your brother. You are now blinded by sentiment, with sentiment." Okay. Now, Dapo came back and I said, "I can barely understand your English, sir. I think it's blinded by sentiment. But my concern again is those who live in glass house don't throw stones. We can't burn down this country because we want to save it. It's just like cutting off the ass because of fart." Yeah, so everyone is pained here by the present situation in the country. The president has said that the organizers of the protest should come out and dialogue, but they will not. Now the born, now him they sweet them pass. My dear brother, if you never see war before, you no go pray for one. Oh, okay. Now Victor came back and said, Dapo, and when as mobilization for a peaceful protest become what leads to anarchy, you don't think the high and unbearable cost of food and other items in the market will lead to anarchy faster than any other thing? You should know better and desist from this your anti-masses comment. And then he continues, he's tagging the BC. He said, you are the real Mugu here. I can see you are an APC apologist. The stipend you get for your bleaching cream, Jesus, for your bleaching cream. As
go ahead.
All right.
Remember, we are following what
we're just following the
I
conversation.
Like yeah,
okay.
I like.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I like it when you even get into it because we all are human.
Right. He said the stipend you get for your bleaching cream has blindfolded you, and you can't even think straight or consider the fact that people are suffering. The stupid people you are defending are the ones who have organized the highest protest so far in the country. So why are they afraid of protest? Sowore is the hope of the masses and not a thief like those that have enslaved you mentally. Now, Dapo came back, okay? Now, I consider Dapo my person because we grew up in the same area. I don't know him personally. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that's family. Just to put that out there.
Well, yes. I also remember that in my university days, towards the... I used to come back to our roots, and we all fellowship at the Aruwajoye.
So you remember Mrs. Aruwajoye?
Oh, sure. I remember all of them singing in the same team with Mrs. Fagba Amigbe, Mamaki.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So I remember all of these people. But the point I'm making is this.
No, let me finish this last one quote from Dapo before you go. So Dapo tags Victor, said, maybe by the time you sit down and read through my what I wrote like 5 times, you will eventually and hopefully understand. Who said protest is wrong? Who is so blind and insensitive to know or feel the economic situation and sufferings of the people? Come on, my friend. Common sense is not actually common. Why can't we sit down and look at the way forward after Mr. President requested for dialogue? The country needs help, not anarchy, like someone like you prefers. Why can't you get it? You are the anti-masses leader, my friend. How many more must die? Businesses looted and masses put into perpetual fear. The last time some barbarians took over the country under the guise of protest, then one turned the country to Haiti. My dear brother, if you have witnessed war before, you won't pray for anarchy. Nigeria go better. Okay, so that's the dialogue between.
So the question to ask is, how many wars has Dapo ever witnessed?
That's a good question.
Yes, let's share the sentiment of him growing up in the same.
It doesn't matter. We just address it.
Yes. And then you see the way these people, they blow both cold and hot. He would say, oh, it is not about not supporting protest, but they have a way of minimizing the importance of peaceful protest. This is, you find him oscillating, vacillating.
Right.
He does not go the full mix. And if you know the way the government of the day decided to undercut and diffuse tension and people's participation in this protest in Ondo State, you understand where people like Dapo Aruwajoye, where they are coming from. And
elaborate.
Yes, how Dapo Aruwajoye has been identified as a major operative assistant of the late Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, the governor of the state.
Correct.
In all the years that these people held sway, what did they do for the people of Ondo State? The public infrastructures they started from the very first day Akeredolu assumed office as governor. They have not even been able to complete any of those. But when you go to Paris These people, they do not pretend on how they would insult the intelligence of the average Ondo State person. If election is to be held today, I do not know of Ayedatiwa. I think Ayedatiwa may be a man of style and better standards than Rotimi Akeredolu. But Akeredolu is a family, the then first family. Apart from maybe somebody like Professor Justice Akeredolu, all these people, they have this knack for brazenly stealing from the people and they're spiting the public, spiting the citizens. So, Dapo Aruwajoye, let us set aside the good Christian morality of his mother as a person who operated within that cycle, that close cycle of Akeredolu. He will not have that kind of empathy. And look at the way he tried to make it look like, oh, Sowore is throwing stone into, from his own glass house.
Because more than the sentiments are, is the stray bullet. Is the stray bullet to Koluemi at the
How? Yes, I have told you.
Like we're throwing stones.
Yes, it is not true. It is not true. I have told you, even as a blind grown-up, how much I have to spare to support family members, to support friends, to support all kinds of people. Is it somebody on a dying bed who was my contemporary at Yemeku Grammar School that needed intervention? I gave that almost to the tune of a little short of $500,000 naira. The government of Nigeria will not do that for any citizen. And they create all these problems for us. We try to clean up after them. And they identify us as foreign mercenaries.
Right, you mentioned that earlier.
Yes, does it know how many people earn their living because of Sahara Reporters that was funded by Omoyele Sowore? So his focus is on that grant that gets Sahara Reporters going.
And Radisson Blue.
Yes. So Sowore should have come. And of course, Sowore has nothing to hide, and I'm not even his
we're not defending him. We have no idea.
Yes, but back at his hometown in Kiribo, he had a simple bungalow. Even at my age, as somebody who comes from America at times, I still sleep in my father's mud house that is our palace in Ayede Ogbese. I go to the house at the show. I sleep. There's no shame about our roots. Unlike these people, you won't ever find them identifying with their roots. No, they drop from the sky. Nobody in their family, nobody in their lineage has ever been poor. And you see the way they act to spite the poor people. Babajide Akeredolu, all of them. That is
yes,
the way they operate.
Yes, so Uncle Bendo Sowore is from Kiribo.
Yes, Sowore is from Kiribo in Ondo State. It's a town.
I think Uncle Bendo is from a next village, if not the same village. That's why it's curious.
Yes,
he's from the waters too.
Yes, I know everywhere there, all the way to what was it called? Everywhere there. So the seaside, everywhere. Yes, I've even been on a boat to visit Kingsley Kimikuku, my good friend, off that coast. From an island there. You know, Nigeria is such a good place. Wherever you want to visit, wherever you want to visit, before they unleash this culture of violence on all of us. It used to be fun to travel around Nigeria. So, yes, Kiribo on the way to Agadagba. So this is the point I am making, that nobody should try to demonize Sowore. Right. Sowore is a liberator, so like I identified myself the other time. And this Dapo Aruwajoye, you dig there now. It will want to japa. But they always pretend about their true feelings. They always pretend, they hide that. And they have to, they have to deal with that. And nobody is throwing stone We have seen how America is. We have seen how Europe is, and we want the very best for Africa. Could that be a crime? There's no crime in that. But
Honestly, he won't be the first I've heard say that. I've had a few friends around me here say that, like, Sowore is telling people to, and he's sitting down here and he's telling people, and I'm wondering, like, wait, this is the same guy that was locked up in Abuja for 5 years.
For 5 years, does it look like someone that is scared of Nigeria prison? Does it look like they attempted his life? They tried
Like,
to kill him.
Yeah, like, come on.
So the evil is always lurking in the heart of the average Nigerian, the average African.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see them, see, like Yorubas will say, "Ìlú kówó kó bàjẹ́ lọmọ aráyé ń fẹ́." So they will want Sowore to be nobody.
So to your point, sir.
Yes, sir.
To your point, sir, right? Just like you just said about Dapo, if he has the opportunity to jackpot, he probably will jackpot too. We're just talking in general, right? To your point, if an average person in Nigeria has the opportunity to join the government, they also will join the government.
Oh, yes.
So it's the same problem ultimately altogether.
Nigerians love their criminals in different ways. That is why if the system passes on a politician who happens to be a looter, you will hear the sentiment from them. Is it the first person that will steal? After all, he has transformed our village. And most times, they don't even come to impact their villages, whether they want to impact the village or not. Who send them there to go and steal or loot? So what is supposed to serve the interest of 230 million Nigerians is brought to your village, and you think now you have been blessed by God. You have been cursed. You have been cursed. That is no blessing. Yeah. Make no mistake about that. And which is why mastery, retardation, underdevelopment is so intractable out there. Because, people continue to eat all this bile alongside good meat, and then they don't expect that it would spread bitterness, poison, toxin. That is why we are where we are. Unless you learn to focus on your own sweat and enjoy the proceeds therefrom. You don't turn yourself to neighborhood thief just because you want people to hail you as the newly arrived, the novice rich. That doesn't make you prosperous. It makes you miserable.
So this is my take. Then I want you to take your take, and then we'll round up, right? My take on this is that Sowore is a Nigerian citizen, and he has the right to do whatever he wants to, including encouraging peaceful protest. That's not
just whatever.
Right.
Anything that is positive. That will impact that society.
Right. And of course, people have the right to also support their government officials or criminals, if you will, that, as long as, not criminals, but government officials, if they want to take office, government officers. Right.
Yeah, that is mendacity. It is pretentious. It is called hypocrisy. You do not support, you don't join multitude to perpetuate or to spread or to do evil.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
So now, the idea that Sowore is throwing stones is factually not a fact. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's factually incorrect.
Yeah, it's basically it's incorrect. Factually incorrect.
Can we pronounce it the Goodluck Jonathan way? Incorrect.
That is not correct. That is not correct. Right. So if anything, Dapo was telling on himself. Dapo, you're welcome to come and join the conversation anytime. But he was telling, because I actually posted there, I said we're going to talk about this on SharpEdge News TV. I did say that under that post on Facebook. So the reality is that
type of Asari Dokubo. All these guys grandstanding. At the end of the day, they never see the anger of the mob. Because
Right.
you help yourself this way, anything goes. Any government in power, any agenda wins. That is no way to go.
Right. So he was if any what I can see right now as for right now is that he was telling on himself. More
That's it.
than anything else,
Anything else. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
more
I
than
agree
anything else.
perfectly with you.
Yeah. But yeah, let me get your final take and then we'll round up the show for the day.
No,
Shout
that
out
is
to
my
all
final
7
take.
people watching us. Oh, that's it
Thank
right
you.
there? Okay.
Yeah, I
All
agree
right.
with you in total. All I
Yeah.
can say is that we should stop this attempt at mischaracterizing ourselves. Any attempt at gaslighting whoever has a contrary view to what the government of the day thinks. And
Right.
in this instance, the way to go is to make sure that we turn away from everything that is not benefiting, that is not contributing in a meaningful and progressive way to the evolution of the new Nigeria that we all hope to have. If something is not working, if you have tried a method, it's not working unless you are retarded, unless you are a psychotic patient. You don't continue to face that direction. You can
Right.
always try other options, which is why that mental magnitude has to be there. This is not working. Do I have other options? Try something else. And it's not good to call your citizens all kinds of demeaning names just because you occupy the political stage for the moment. You only occupy that position for a season. Some other
Right.
people will be there at some other point in time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And for everybody participating in the hashtag end bad governance, we misspell it over there. For everybody participating in that, please stay safe. Please stay safe.
They should stay safe and they
Yeah.
should stay clear of destructive tendencies and plays. They will provoke you. Do everything possible to embrace the principles of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., non-violence. He learned that from Mahatma Gandhi. And if you know the father that and the mother who brought you into this world, whatever that is positive from your background, from your family, your home, that is what must be your guiding light out there. God bless all of us.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. But I didn't.